What have you seen that have been like the creative that's been really effective, and then maybe the creative that could use a little pepper shock love? See what I did there?
Yes. Shout out Pepper Shock. Yeah. You should be doing your creative with them. I would say ones with words, those are hard. I mean, if you think of it as, the outdoor billboards just brought inside, ones that have too many words, they're just, you're not going to get the message
for 15
across.
seconds, right? So just like you when you drive by a billboard, 5 words or less, I always say, because otherwise it's too much and people aren't going to absorb what you want.
And they're going to get in a car crash.
Right.
Welcome to the Marketing Expedition Podcast, an auditory journey through the latest in marketing, branding, and advertising. Now, here's your Marketing Expedition guide, Ray Allen.
On this episode of the Marketing Expedition Podcast, I get to speak with Kenzie Coltrin, and she is a senior account executive at Phoenix Digital Marketing based in Boise, Idaho, with nearly a decade of experience in media, advertising, and strategic business development. She specializes in helping local, regional, and national brands grow through innovative marketing solutions, including digital and indoor billboard advertising. Throughout her career, Kenzie has built a strong reputation for driving revenue growth, developing high-value client relationships, and creating customized, results-driven campaigns. Her background spans multimedia sales, partnership development, and full-funnel marketing strategy, giving her a well-rounded perspective on how to effectively reach and influence audiences. Outside of work, she is married and a proud mom of 2. She enjoys staying active through skiing, golfing, and running, and she loves taking advantage of everything the Idaho outdoors has to offer. And we get to partner with Kenzie, and you're going to hear a whole lot more about digital out-of-home advertising and all kinds of fun things. So stay tuned for that. But first, it's time for your Marketing Essentials moment, the basics that you need to help you continue to build your brand and your bottom line. For today's Marketing Essentials moment topic, I am going to dig in a little deeper into digital out-of-home advertising. And of course, in our interview, we're going to talk a lot about why it works and all the different things that Kenzie will have to offer. I just wanted to give a little background history and just some additional information to help understand how digital out of home, or DOOH, what it actually is and what it isn't. And so digital out of home is advertising that appears on digital screens in public places. So yeah, it can include things like airports, shopping centers, restaurants, gyms, convenience stores, entertainment venues, even, those that you see, those big, large billboards that you see when you're driving. So really it's out of home, meaning it's not on your personal device. It's out in the physical world, but it's digital. So that means that creative can be updated, scheduled, optimized, and you can use QR codes and do all kinds of things that will be interactive if you want it to be. And it's a little more easy to update than just say traditional printed signage or traditional billboards, if you will, because once you print it, it stays there until it wears out, right? With digital, you can change things. I know when we were doing things with the Canyon County Fair, we were counting down the days of how many days left until the fair would happen, or we would have different messages leading up to an event or leading up to something. So it can be instantaneously changed if you program it that way, or you work with the provider that can change the creative on an ongoing basis. So lots of different things you can do and get creative in the digital space with out-of-home messaging. And the cool thing about it is the flexibility allows us to get even more creative, and we can be strategic about the time of day, the location, the audience behavior based on where those messages are getting served. And why this works in doing multifaceted, multi-pronged approach with the campaigns. So like I mentioned, if you have a QR code, you can lead people to a specific landing page and then create a form fill and, have emails that you can capture from first-party data. and then be able to continue to market to these folks that are interested in what you have to offer in multiple different ways. And then, if they go to a website, then, there's a pixel that could be involved or a cookie. Then now you can also market and retarget them in different ways and do kind of find me, follow me, and geo-targeting and all the things that we can do to put these micro moments to work. So when people are standing in line to order or waiting food or sitting in a lobby, maybe they're, walking through a retail space or working out at a gym, all of these micro moments that capture people's attention, then they can turn into something more. And it's all about reach and frequency and getting enough frequency to where people actually recognize that they've heard or seen your brand before. And arguably, it's even more increasingly important to be at the right moment, the right time, the right place multiple times, even more so than before. So the DOOH, or digital out-of-home marketing, the mix that you can put together can also be advantageous when you want to build awareness or have a specific call to action or do things that are going to capture people's attention. And when we build these ads, we want to have some motion and movement and, words on the screen that people will read, right? Because they are audio agnostic, meaning that you can understand what's going on without having audio that's playing. So you can either read the screen or you can tell the story within that 15 seconds or, even 5 seconds sometimes on a big giant digital billboard that you're driving by. So anyway, these are kind of some ideas of things that you can do to continuously be able to market people in that audio agnostic space where you can capture attention for a moment in time. I mean, we even have used what they call P-posters or, posters that are up in the bathroom, because that's a moment in time, a micro moment that you have focused, undivided attention. Anyway, so yeah, these are ways. And I always tell people, when you're doing digital billboards that way, you want to keep it simple, because especially if people are driving by, 65 miles an hour down the freeway, you can't cram so much information in there that people aren't going to be able to see it all, right? Less is more. So keep it simple, right? And so I say, 5 bullet points or 5 words or less if people are driving at that speed and they just need to read it at a glance. And if they can't read it at a glance, it's not going to work because it's too crowded, too much information. And so, having one solid message, not necessarily 5 or 6 messages, and making sure that you have that one brand identifier. So your logo or your brand name that's easy to recognize over and over again. It's consistent, having that one call to action. You can use a vanity URL too, short and sweet. It drives me crazy when people put this really long URL that no one's going to take the time to type. So if you can't use a QR code, you can use, or both, you can use a QR code and a vanity URL, because some people may look at the website directly that you put in, and you can make a nice little succinct vanity URL with bit.ly, or, keep it small. So anyway, there's that. Or you can drive people to social media with your, @tag handle, your whatever your username is for that. Other ways that you can do it. And then just thinking about how your overall strategy with this omni-channel approach with the reach and frequency. So if you are doing digital out of home billboards and screens in different places, then think about how it's going to be a part of the broader marketing mix that you're doing. Because think about it. If a person sees a digital billboard on their commute, then they see, a screen inside their coffee shop with the same message or similar message, and then they hear your brand mentioned on a podcast like this one. Or maybe they see it later in a connected TV ad on the big screen, or on your iPad, or on the 16 different devices that are in the average household home right now, right? Think about it. We can even have screens on a refrigerator. So it's not accidental that you will see these ads in multiple places if we're doing our job right. We want to make sure that the frequency matters, that we're in the location, that we're serving up the messages in multiple places, and meet them where you're at. Like the audience that you specifically want, let's meet them where they're at. And we can even do ads that are where we can drop, especially if people have, location and allow certain things happening on their phone. We can drop ads in games or, on websites in specific places for OTT ads or over the top ads or connected TV, all the different places that we can do. And, it's interesting because the more we study this and the more we understand our consumer behavior, our audience behavior, understand how exposure to advertising works, it can really help with the ROI or the return on marketing investment based on all of these factors that we're putting into the omni-channel strategy. And the other thing that we can do and why it's really cool that we can update the ads is that we don't want to have ad fatigue, right? People, yes, consistency is good, but how can we alter the message to where it's fresh but still consistent with the brand or the logo or maybe the call to action or the QR code? All of those things matter, right? We want to make sure that the landing page that we're driving traffic to matches what is being said on the ad and it's consistent across the board. And thinking about if you're going to further market to these people that are interested in your product or service, if we're going to do email messaging, if we're going to do text messaging, because you can, also capture people's text messages. And then, if you're authenticated to be able to serve up text messaging, you can certainly do that too. So combining all of these different ways to reach the target audience and meet them where they're at when they're ready to buy. And that's the other thing too. They may not necessarily be ready to buy from you in that moment, but then the more that they see your brand, the more they can build trust, the more they've heard of it, seen it, engaged with it, the more they're going to be likely to work with you because they, have that trust that's established after time and time again with being heavily exposed to your brand, right? So the higher the frequency, and of course, the better the reach of who we're wanting to target, the better the outcomes will be. So you can look at things like, okay, how much have we elevated awareness and how many times have the QR code been scanned or how many times has the vanity URL been specifically gone to, if it's a specific landing page that you can track all of these things with. That's all going to be things that we can do to measure and understand, the volume of how many times things have been exposed to your potential buyer that will ultimately, ideally, convert into your buying pattern, right? And so top of funnel, mid funnel, all of these accelerators to help get people there to build familiarity and credibility so that when somebody is ready to act, your brand will already be top of mind, or what's called TOMA. So those are some things that we're going to dig into even more with Kenzie coming up, as she specializes in all of these opportunities that we're talking about with the digital screens in all of the different places throughout the Treasure Valley and then her partners throughout the entire nation. So let's get to it. Welcome to the Marketing Expedition podcast. I'm your host, Ray Allen. I'm the president and CEO of Peppershock Media and the founder of the Marketing Expedition community. And today we have Kenzie. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ray. So excited to be here.
Yes. So let's start off with just a background of, how you got to where you are now, sitting on this couch, really.
Sure. Yeah. I've been in the media industry for about 10 years, and it really started back in college. I had a professor, his name is Justin Barnes, and he actually wasn't my professor at the time. I was working at the gym. 5 a.m. he would come in and walk laps, and we just created a connection. And he said, hey, I actually want you on my ad team, so you're going to need to add a minor. And so I did, and I found out I really loved advertising and media, so much so that I became the advertising manager up at U of I for student media. And then that just cascaded into working at Channel 6, which we share.
Yeah,
I love that we've worked in the same building. And, I did that for several years, took a little break, a hiatus, and I did a different industry for a little. And then here I am, back again in the marketing world.
Again.
Yes,
Yes.
back again.
Yes.
And super excited to be back and helping local businesses in the area. So
excellent. Excellent. So just full disclosure here, Kenzie and I were already planning on getting together and having some wine on a Friday. And so instead, we're going to do both. Cheers.
Cheers. Multi-therapist.
That's right. Yeah. So let's understand now, because like when you were at Channel 6, you were media sales.
Yes.
And really got a good understanding of what that takes for advertisers to be able to put their ads on TV and in the digital space. What now got you into where you're at with Phoenix digital marketing that you're doing now?
Sure. Yeah. Well, what really piqued my interest is something that we are doing and bringing to the market that no one else is currently doing, which is indoor digital billboards, commonly called digital out of home. And that's what brought me back. I'm all about trying something new, being the first, right? And trying to get consumer or customers' messages, my clients' messages in front of consumers in a different way. So that's what brought me back to the industry, if you will, ready to help more customers in a different way.
So describe for me when you walk into a venue, and we can name the different venues and kind of share where these screens are. I happen to know one's across the street from us at Boise Fry Company.
Yes.
You walk in and you see what on the screen?
Yeah, you walk in and you see an advertiser's message. So it's a 15-second, so it's no sound, so audio-free, visual message. Sometimes there's a QR code on that folks can scan. We're all very used to that post-COVID times.
That's right.
But it really is a call to action, and more often than not, it's all about visibility. So it's getting that brand awareness out there. So consumers see that on a wall, on a TV, and then it flips to the next one after 15 seconds.
And then there's other things incorporated too, not just advertising. What else is on the screen?
Yeah, so there's some filler content to keep it, exciting and interesting, whether that's, the weather or, fun facts. We have those as well. Quizzes.
Trivia,
Trivia, yes. Keeping, people engaged and excited to watch the content coming through.
Yeah, that I think as you're standing in line waiting to order or while you're waiting for your food, you can see these messages flip through. How many advertisers on average are on the screens? Like how long does it play?
So it's a 15-minute loop, which fits comfortably around 45 to 50, just depending. And those are those 15 seconds. So it is a loop that comes back after that 15 minutes. It starts all over. So for the folks that are in the area or in that business for more than those 15 minutes, they'll probably see it a couple times, which, as we know, frequency is great. Yeah. So it's really nice that most times they see the message 1, 2, 3, 4 times while they're there.
And you, like you said, got started in this area, but the company is all over the nation, right?
Yes. So Phoenix is a part of MTV 360, which we do have screens nationwide. So over 5,000 screens nationwide and growing rapidly as digital out of home grows rapidly as well.
So if people want to do something locally, they just have to look up in their own hometown or see what's happening in that area. And if not, it's an opportunity, right?
Exactly. Or of course I can absolutely help them as well, get in contact with those folks and those dealers in the area. And a lot of the screens do have, at the bottom, little banners of who to get a hold of if they do want to be on the screens. So that's also a way to get there.
So aside from the restaurant across the street from our office, what are some other good prime types of businesses that maybe could consider putting screens in their location? And do they get anything of value because of the screens that go up in on their walls?
Yeah, so I would say the most common would be restaurants, doctor's offices, chiropractors, places like the dentists. We have lots in gyms. So when you're on the treadmill, have something cool to look at. And then, other like barbershops, salons, places where you're sitting and you have nothing else to do but look at a screen.
Yeah.
And the hosts do get something out of it. So if you do become a host, at least here in the Treasure Valley, it's more of a trade, right? You put up the screen and we give you some advertising on some of the screens around the area.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So they get some value too by having screens in their office or restaurant, and then they're getting promoted in other places too.
Definitely.
What about competitor situations? Do you have the ability to, customize what's in those screens on each screen?
Yeah, we ensure that, if you say a chiropractor, we're not going to put the chiropractor's method in another chiropractor.
Good idea, Kenzie.
Want to make sure that we're taking care of everybody, and that just wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. So we do the same thing for restaurants and salons and you name it. There is a, non-compete essentially that goes along with that.
Well, that makes sense because, I wouldn't want, the competitor to be showing up in my, in my office. So that means then you customize all of the information. How often can the creative get updated?
Yeah, it's a great question. So if the creative is given to us, we have a little bit more flexibility, and I can work with my clients and updating it more regularly. If we create that creative, it's quarterly. They're allowed to change it out. But a lot of my clients are coming to me with their creative, so we have a little bit more leeway, if you will, a little bit more room to play.
Good. Or they can come to Pepper Shock and have us create the creative that goes to Kenzie so that she can put them on the screens.
Absolutely do that.
Right. Very cool. So how long have you been in this role now then?
So this is new.
Yeah.
So Phoenix has only been around since August of this last year. So we're not even a year old. It's a tested concept. Of course, it's all across the nation. So I've been in this role for about 4 months now. So it's new. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And you're already rocking it. I see the screens everywhere now, which is awesome.
Thank you. And a little shout out to Bailey. She is the one that handles that. Mm-hmm. She is a killer and is constantly out there trying to see, who it makes sense for and how she can help businesses that way.
I just saw her at Talking Waffles at 7:30 in the morning, which is not normally for me, but I did promise Bailey Reese, another Bailey, that I would come and support. And so anyway, I saw her there and was like, oh, Kenzie's excited to see you on Friday. So that was fun.
Yes. No, we've been talking. I actually talked to her on the way over here. Yeah. No, she's so great.
And actually, where we were at Waffle Me Up, there were the screens.
Yes, there's two screens there.
Yes.
We thought that was perfect.
That was good timing. Yeah.
Yes, opportune. So hopefully, when she's introducing herself, because she's an ambassador now with Bailey, she can say, "Oh, this is exactly what I do. Look at my screen."
I know. Yeah, we pointed to them and we watched while they were going through.
Yes, exactly.
Very cool. So I wonder, from a cost perspective, because we always have to think about, okay, what's the ROI? How much do we spend? And for our clients, we put, advertising together. What is it on average? And we're not going to hold you to it because we know that things change. But
sure.
What's the kind of average range that people might consider if they were to budget for something like this?
Yeah, so it's about $75 per screen per month, and that is a tiered, price. So as you add more screens,
right,
and that price does go down, eventually getting towards that $50 as you get more. And on the national level, it's around $20 per screen if you were to do nationwide campaigns. So,
oh wow, okay,
certainly opportunity, and I never want budget to be something that keeps folks away from trying something and getting excited about something. So, we're happy to work with folks based off of what they want to see happen.
Now, can people just do one screen, or do they do 10? Do they do, how many?
So we have different options. We have a 10-pack, 20-pack, 50-pack, and then 100-pack. Because right now, we're past that 50 mark. We're nearing. Bailey is killing it again. She's getting to that 100. We're hoping to be there in a couple months. And so what we're doing for folks while we get up to that 100 is we're doubling that exposure on those 50 screens.
Oh, gotcha. So
until we get to that 100. And so even when we're at 66, they're getting double that amount until we get up to that 100. But again, very scalable based off of, where they need and where their budget is.
Right. Well, and like you said, with competitors, you may not necessarily be on all 100 screens just because you don't want to be in your competitor. Your competitor doesn't want you in their office or their wall.
Definitely.
Yeah. So tell me from a nationwide standpoint, because this podcast is global, baby.
Yes.
What are some of the key like signature cities that have more than 100 screens?
Ooh, that is a great question. I mean, we have tons in California. There's a ton in Florida. So I would say, when you're thinking of the bigger markets in the U.S.,
Yeah.
those markets more than likely have screens. Ones that don't have as many would be, the more historical places. So around the Washington, D.C., Virginia area, it's harder to get, it takes away from the aesthetic of,
sure.
if you're in Alexandria, it's a little bit harder to convince them in a really, super old building to put a screen up. So, but all the major cities, they're doing this.
Yeah.
They've got them. They've got them. It's, a new way to get in front of folks, and we're taking full advantage.
Rapidly growing.
Yes.
It's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when it come to creative, I mean, audio agnostic, so we're not going to have audio. And you said QR codes, but what have you seen that have been like the creative that's been really effective, and then maybe the creative that could use a little pepper shock love? See what I did there?
Yes. Shout out Pepper Shock.
Yeah.
You should be doing your creative with them. I would say ones with words, those are hard. I mean, if you think of it as, the outdoor billboards just brought inside, ones that have too many words, they're just, you're not going to get the message
for 15
across.
seconds, right? So just like you when you drive by a billboard, 5 words or less, I always say, because otherwise it's too much and people aren't going to absorb what you want.
And they're going to get in a car crash.
Right.
Both negative things. So I would say ones that are really image heavy, those tend to do better. And ones that are slower. So if they're going to do an actual video, not one that's going, quickly running to the next image, if you will, or the next storyboarded, whatever that may be. But it's slower. It's very, very short and simple. Short and simple,
right,
definitely is what I think is king. And honestly, less is more.
Right.
Less is more.
And they don't have to be static images, right? No. They can be like full on video, and where it captures people's attention, and you've got motion, you've got images that can reveal, and words, but as long as they're large enough for people to see and not like straining their eyes just to see it, because then they'll miss it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No small font in the bottom, none of that.
Right.
But certainly large words, good to go.
And the size of screens, I mean, I think what I saw at Boise Fry is similar to what I saw at Waffle Me Up, right?
Yeah.
Are they always about the same, or kind of depends on the space, right?
Probably it depends on the space. Here in the Treasure Valley, we range from 45 to 55 is usually the average for us. Okay. I know some other markets do it a little bit differently. Orientation wise, most of the time, their landscape. Every once in a while, you see a portrait one around the nation, but typically in the Treasure Valley DMA, we're doing the landscape. Around the 50-inch TV is our average.
And then when you work with the hosts, like trying to find the most opportune space and place, like, I mean, I can, like at Boise Fry, I see you walk in, you can see it while you're standing in line, but then also kind of see it in the dining room area too. And I mean, that has some impact, right?
Definitely has impact, and we do lean on our hosts. We want this to be a partnership where they're getting something out of it. Certainly we are as well, but we want it to make sense in their space. So typically when I go in or Bailey goes in, we kind of scope it out. We give our recommendation on what we think makes the most sense.
Right.
But ultimately, that host,
sight,
that business owner is going to say, hey, this is in front of my menu. You can't do that. You can't do that.
So what about in the bathrooms? Have you done that yet?
We have none here. I'd be curious if there's some around. I have not heard of any personally, but it's a good question.
I mean, especially the ladies' bathroom, we're all waiting in line.
True. The dwell time isn't super high, typically, hopefully.
Right? Yeah.
I hope people aren't in the bathroom that long. Those are the people that I'm like, okay.
Come on.
I've been out here for 20 minutes. What are we doing in there? And of course, we see, those paper ads in the back.
Oh, yeah. The pee posters, we call them.
Yeah, the pee posters. So maybe as maybe as the medium continues to grow, I could see that happening.
It could be. Yeah, it's another opportunity.
Another innovation.
That's right.
Yes. I love it.
Awesome.
Want to start a podcast but don't know where to begin? At Potterific, we don't just produce podcasts, we help you create auditory experiences that will captivate your audience. Our state-of-the-art podcast recording studio, powered by Peppershock Media, is designed for creators like you. Record with high-quality equipment supported by our expert team and distribute your podcast across major platforms like Apple and Spotify. Whether you're launching your first episode or you're a seasoned podcaster, we got you covered. Visit Potterific.com today to learn how we can help you produce, record, and share your story with the world. Your podcast deserves to be Potterific.
Well, I want to know a little more about you. I know we kind of dug right into the marketing journey that we're going on, but you're a mom.
I'm a mom, yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, 2 kiddos. I have an almost 5-year-old named Crew. Just the silliest, biggest heart. Aww. Oh, such a sweetie. He's going to kindergarten this year. I can't believe it. Kindergarten registration next week.
Okay. It's a boohoo yahoo. Yay. Oh, boohoo at the same time. Yes. All at the same time.
Yeah. He has been going to preschool for a while, so I feel like for me, it's not as sad of a transition because I'm very much used to him. And he is a learner. He soaks it in. And that could be, shout out Montessori schools because that could be why.
Nice.
He just loves learning.
Good.
So for him, I think he'll
He's
do
ready.
Great. He's ready. He's ready. The 1-year-old, she just turned 1 on Friday, and she's going to be.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Kalia.
Wait, so that means her birthday is the 20th of March. Mine's the 21st of March.
I know.
So she's right before
almost birthday twins.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
March birthdays are the best.
Yes. And
but she's a Pisces. Mm-hmm. I'm on the cusp, so I'm an Aries.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm.
And she's a wild child. She's the one that is going to keep us on our toes. She started walking when she was 8 months.
Oh my gosh.
She's running right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's early. Oh,
yes.
Wow,
she's
Mama, you got your hands full.
I know. And she's climbing over everything. She just wants to keep up with her brother.
Oh, yeah.
We're at the park. She's trying to climb things. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I'm like pushing her down. Like, it's too soon, please. Not yet.
Aww,
but being
sweet.
a mom has been the most rewarding but challenging thing I've ever done.
Aww.
It has taught me so much about myself.
Yeah.
I realized perhaps I'm not as patient as I thought I was.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like reparenting myself sometimes too.
Oh, it'll all these things that like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it all just starts kind of coming naturally to you, and you just you figure it out along the way,
Yeah.
And if you don't know, you
Make
Google it or figure it out.
Thank goodness for Google or ChatGPT these days. I'm like, oh my gosh, what this happened? Mm-hmm. And my girlfriends, because lately, 5-year-olds, things I did not expect. I wasn't expecting to have to do this type of parenting this early. My son has a Lil Wayne shirt.
Oh, okay.
And Thursday, I guess that was yesterday, he was getting ready for school, and I was like, all right, let's put the Lil Wayne shirt on. And he was like, I can't wear this. And I said, whoa, this is like my favorite shirt. Why are we not wearing this Lil Wayne shirt? And it's the Lil Wayne picture of when he was like a baby.
Oh.
Perhaps not the best music for a 5-year-old. We got to do the clean versions.
That's right.
But he said, my friends at school make fun of me for this shirt. And I said,
what?
I'm not ready for this type of parenting. You're only 4.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a learning journey here.
And it always is every day. I have a 20 and an 18-year-old. I'm still learning every day about how to manage.
Hopefully now you get to be friends with them though. Right?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close. Yeah.
Okay. That's the goal one day.
Yeah. Well, and that's the 18-year-old was just calling me. I said, let's go to the movies tonight. And of course he wants to bring the girlfriend. So I ignored that call.
Fair.
We'll talk about that later. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Is this a new recent girlfriend?
They've been dating for a little while. So, I mean, probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 months. Oh, she'll tell you that we've been dating for, 6 days or, 6 months and 6 days or whatever. I don't know. It's cute, but
okay.
we like her. It's just that, him like being attached at the hip, like wherever they go all the time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. We're like, all right.
Yeah.
A little early.
You'll learn. We parents become chopped liver after a while, and then they just want to go hang out with their friends and their girlfriend. So,
that sounds sad. That sounds sad. I want my little buddies forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he did offer for my birthday present. He had to wait till he got paid because, he's going to take mom out to dinner on Sunday. Okay. And I was like, is it just me and you?
Yeah. Did he say yes?
So we'll see what happens. Okay. He put a calendar invite on my calendar. It just says it says Ray and Gaten. And so I'm like, okay, let's see what happens.
Fingers and toes are crossed for
we'll
you.
See.
Where's he taking you?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what we're doing. Maybe sushi. We've done that before. Okay. So the mom son date kind of thing. Yeah, we've been to the sushi place. We've been to a couple different places, but we'll see if this becomes just a mother son thing.
Okay. Well, I hope for
I'll have to report
is.
back to you.
Yes. Yes. Shoot me a text.
Yeah. And it's fine. It's fine. It's just part of life, right?
Yeah.
All the things.
But hard though.
Yes.
He's.
Yeah.
I mean, you're his gal.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was the first one. I was the first girl that he, That's right.
Yes. No other girl.
That's right.
Replace you.
That's true. So you went to U of I, University of Idaho, and you did the ad team.
Yes.
So you did the NSAC, the National Student Advertising Competition class.
Yes.
And I teach that at Boise State right now. And coincidentally, it'll be my last one. I'm not doing that, and I'm going to go teach at College of Idaho. Okay. And Caden's going to College of Idaho in the fall, so he'll go there on cross country and track scholarships. So amazing. I thought, well, College of Idaho's a little closer, and sure. I've given 5 years of my life to Boise State. Yes. And coincidentally, I've just been nominated to be on the alumni board. We'll see about that, but for Boise State anyway. Yeah. And Boise State's my undergrad alma mater, so I will always have a place for it. But let's talk about NSAC for a little bit, because my students just turned in their plans book. It was due at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. They got it in. They got it in early, which they got it at 1 or like 12:47. I looked, and so they've been working on their video, their plans book, all the elements that had to be turned in. What was the year that you did it? What was the client that you worked with?
Yeah, we worked with Taipei, which was a frozen. It was in a to-go box, like one of those Chinese to-go boxes with the handles. My year, I now know that they have changed the packaging. It is still in the stores. I have seen it. They have expanded to different flavors.
What is Taipei? I don't know what that is.
It's like a Chinese food.
Like frozen food kind of thing?
Yeah, like a fried rice situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it good? Did you like it? Did you try it?
Yes, I tried it.
Okay.
I tried it. I'm not it's tough for me. I don't use microwaves very often anyways.
Gotcha.
We'll say it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
You kind of have to believe in the brand to love it, right?
Yes. And yes, it was a tough one for me because I mean my degree is actually nutrition.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So looking at the sodium levels, I was like, oh my gosh, right. It's gonna be fine. This is like an every once in a while thing. Everything's fine in moderation as we drink our wine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it was a hard client for me just because personally, it's not something I would consume all the time. Right. But for a college kid, it totally makes sense to have in the freezer.
It's probably better than ramen noodles every time.
Yeah.
No offense against ramen noodles, guys, but I mean.
Ramen noodles will never sponsor you.
Yeah.
I mean, it has protein in it, right? So a lot of them, there was a shrimp one, there was a chicken one. So it is hitting a lot of the things that you need, which is good.
Yeah. It's probably
sure.
good for college students, for sure.
Yes. And we went the funny route with
Oh,
ours.
yeah. Like, tell me a little bit about the campaign that you went through without telling me everything, because, you know, I'm sure we all signed our lives away to, like, not sharing. But we're not showing anything visual, so we can describe it.
It was our theme and idea behind it. Our main... One of my friends, Carter, hopefully he listens to this. He's still in the ad world. Yeah. But he was like the mad scientist was our kind of go for that. And it was great. We didn't win, but we did really well.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. Excellent. Yep. I know I haven't won yet, but I've been in the top, or my students have been in the top 3 for the past 5 years. So I'm like, okay, this year. This is the year. I want to end on top, because I'm, you know, ending that portion of, you know, the role.
Yes.
And so let's go. I'm actually pretty pleased with what they came up with. Okay. And the client this year is the NFL.
Yes.
And so, you know, people were very excited about being able to get to work with the NFL and actually talk and have a client, you know, with the NFL. So we're actually going to do a public presentation. I'll get you all the information. And
that's the one at Lost Grove, right?
Yeah.
I'm out. It's already on my calendar.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So they'll get to be able to present after they're done with the competition. Then we can do that.
Okay.
They won't be able to share any of the creative on social media because, again, we signed our life away to like say that, you know, because everything that we produced is not like officially brand, you know, approved, right? Sure. It's just for the competition, for the pitch. But they will get to show during the presentation what we just have to tell people: no cameras, no pictures.
Do not.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, it's exciting. I think they have a really good theme. I can't say anything yet because we're in a competition. Yeah, we're in the competition, and we don't want others to take our ideas, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That happens in the world, you know?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Don't want people to steal your ideas.
No. I know. I always, when we do spec work to try to win new work, you give away so much to like try to win the work.
Yes.
And then if you don't win, but then you see them using your ideas, no, that actually happened.
Heartbreaker.
Like last year, we did a huge kind of spec work because we thought you know, sometimes you go after them, go, no go. And we did. And one of the themes or kind of the taglines that we saw was actually on the reader board. They changed like one word. I was like devastated. I'm like, no, I'm never doing spec work again. And then what do you do? Turn around and later. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't send it. It was, I had to like reset my mind to say, enough. You know, we should be flattered and honored that they liked our idea enough to put it up on their reader board. Yeah, it happened.
You're a good person. You're a good person.
I had to really switch that one around.
Yes.
But yeah, and it is like the agency world. You have to sometimes show what you can do and how you can do it, and then maybe you get hired because of it. But you never know. You never know. And sometimes it's worked for us, and we win the work, and sometimes not. It's just, you know,
risk you have to take. I guess.
Yep. 100%. Yeah. So like when you worked at Channel 6, because you did the TV, you did the buys for the TV spots and digital too, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I was doing, you know, everything. You know, we were turnkey essentially, so we could do anything digital, supported by scripts, and then of course, you know, our television stations. So very much doing commercials. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and the connection here is I worked at Channel 6 when I was 15 years old. And because of labor laws, I couldn't do the night show. And I could only come in at certain times in the morning. So I would, you know, do studio crew until I turned 16.
Yeah.
And then I learned a lot more about, you know, running audio for the TV show or for the news, and then technical directing, and, you know, all the, you know, running camera. And now it's all pretty much automated that, you know, people do. But and so Donovan and Season, who worked there, they were there when I was there. Yes.
They are the best.
That's right.
Still there, and they're still so as amazing as they've always been.
Yep, it's fun. And then after that, though, I went to work at Channel 12, and that's where I met my now husband and business partner, Drew. So it's a small world.
Such a small world. But I feel like that's so common here in Boise. You meet someone like, oh, I did this back with this person. And you are like, oh, my gosh, that's a crazy connection.
Yep.
Cannot believe that.
Small world, for sure.
Small, big world. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Well, Kenzie, this has been a wonderful time just kind of sharing a little bit more about what you're up to and doing. Can you share with our audience how people can reach out and get information about the TV screen advertising and the things that they can do with you?
Sure, absolutely. Of course, we have our website, Phoenix Digital Marketing. You can reach out to me personally, Kenzie at phxdigitalmarketing.com. Happy to help you and have a conversation and just, learn more about you.
Excellent. Any final thoughts? Any final words of wisdom in marketing or, all the things that you could possibly say to this audience right now?
Oh, that's a big one. Words of wisdom, right? I think, we all have things we can give and God-given gifts and really hone in on those and, make the world a better place each and every day. It's the days are very, limited. Time is one thing we never get back. So let's use our time wisely and, share our gifts with others.
Yeah. And I just want to say thank you for showing up to our monthly word of mouth mixers. That's how we originally come to meet. And then you did all the right things with your raffle tickets that you earned, right? Do you remember what the R's are that I tell people that they have to do in order to earn the rewards?
Referrals.
Yes. Okay.
I'll
help you out. Referrals is good. So ratings or rankings, recommendations like on LinkedIn, or, you can do recommendations on social media. And then referrals. And then I've added some more. You ready? If you set up a reconnect with somebody,
one-on-one.
A one-on-one. And obviously I like alliterations and acronyms. So you can set up a coffee, a conference call, and a cocktails. Still, nobody will take me up on Cancun, but let's do it,
One of these days.
That's one of these days.
One of these days.
So ratings, rankings, reviews, recommendations, referrals, a reconnect, and then everything will be reciprocal. Mm-hmm. And if you give in abundance, you'll receive in abundance as well. So that is I love ours because my name is Ray, right? So it all works. It's memorable. And then you get raffle tickets and get rewarded. And we actually, one of the rewards was to get to come on the podcast. And here we are. I love it.
I knew I was going to win. It was the last thing left. And I said, this is mine. I can.
Yes.
And it was.
You did. And I'm so glad that you did.
Me too.
It's been fun.
It's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, so for those of you listening, the best thing that you can do for Kenzie and I is share this with others that you know that need to hear all about what we were talking about today. And then give us a review, whether it's on Apple Podcast or what do you usually use? What do you listen to?
I'm a big Spotify gal.
Spotify. So I think you can give a ranking, a 5-star ranking, right? I don't know if you can do reviews on Spotify. We'll have to look into that. But I know you can do 5 stars. So go give us a 5-star ranking. And then maybe you'll get rewarded if you show up to Word of Mouth Mixers.
There we go.
There we go.
Come on by.
That's right. And for those of you listening, I was like, oh, did your phone? We're good. Until next time, enjoy your marketing journey.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Expedition podcast. Want to continue the journey? Don't miss out on new episodes. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. Wouldn't it be great if there was one place you can go to get all the latest information and tips about marketing and advertising? The Marketing Expedition community is that place. People like you gather in our online community to build relationships with others and find the latest marketing trends, tactics, tools, and technology. We help you build your brand and your bottom line. Start your adventure today. Visit themarketingexpedition.com to find out more.